I'm highly spiritual. 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 I'm highly spiritual.
You my little brother. Just saying. There's an entitlement that comes with being.
I like this. This is a nice little vibe. I like being able to see myself. Peace and love, friends and family. Welcome back to another episode. Let me close this door. This shit loud as fuck. Definitely a difference.
Yeah.
You didn't get that?
I didn't get anything.
Welcome back to another episode of the Highly Emotional Podcast. Anybody who's been tuning into my channel, I've spoken in great detail. Welcome to the podcast, my brother, my big brother, Antoine. Welcome, bro.
Hey, no, I appreciate it. I mean, it's, anything we do, it's always an honor or a pleasure. So,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, even if we fight, it's still an honor.
Let me do this real quick. I want to jump into it. Hold on.
Let's go.
So it shall be.
Yeah.
I gotta do this. I gotta do this because the music's too loud. I gotta do all these things because I'm being authentic to myself, and this is being true to me. This is my space. Mm-hmm. You my older brother, so it feels like in our relationship a lot of times, it feels like you're in control of our vibration or what we're doing at that time, and so therefore I have to kind of like it's like little bro syndrome. It's like, oh my, well, this is my big bro shit, so let me just follow what he does and do the things that he does. And then what that ultimately makes me realize is that as I was talking on one of the recent podcast episodes, I was with this guy, or I was talking to this guy named Julian. It made me realize how much I go against myself in order to like people please people. Like I'll compromise myself for the sake of like making you happy or making myself appear as a good guy because I want to make sure that you feel good about yourself more than I feel about me. Does that make sense? Like I'll stop caring about how I feel just to make sure that you're good, and I gotta stop doing that. So yeah, I gotta get my whole shit popping. Sage, sound bowl, little blunt, some coffee. I gotta make it my own.
I mean, I get that for others, but I think with us is different because there are instances where there is a compromise because we are different people we have different families and we're on different times, and so if there is something where you need me or you need something in a time frame, there's most likely going to be a compromise because I have my own schedule, and it's me being your older brother. It's not a hierarchy. It's not even really a role. It's just the fact that if you put it to that title and you say older brother, right? Hey, my job as your older brother is, to be an example of just, hey, what to do and what not to do. It's a educational thing. It's not saying one of us is tougher than the other, or one of us is right and one of us is wrong. It's me saying, hey, look at me and learn. Don't make the mistakes I made, and if you see something you like, hey, follow suit. I mean, we can learn from each other, because it's not one-sided, you know?
Yeah. I definitely feel like now, like, and this is just me, like, becoming more observant. Sorry, a little high, the weed kicking.
Yeah.
I realize now, like, you're more willing to listen to me than before. I don't think that I even put myself in a place where I wasn't speaking emotionally. And now, based upon where I'm at, I feel like, although a lot of my responses are emotion based, I can also break it down in a logical form now, instead of just like everything being emotion. So now I feel like in our conversations, you will listen and hear me out more, because there's logic behind it that supports it.
Well, I mean, in your journey, you have grown, and it is, you know, logic, but it's also your own thing. When you speak, you know, that's your new thing. Now you're saying you're being authentic. So I can respect that. And if you say, hey, I don't fuck with this, or I don't like this, I hear it. But it's nothing left unsaid, right? And if it is something, I'll come to you. Hey, bro. Hey, I don't understand that. So, hey, elaborate, because me, the person I am, I have to understand things. If I don't understand it, it might not plague me, but I'll have to do something with it.
I feel like with my understanding of things, I feel like sometimes I have a quicker understanding than you. Like that whole Kanye, like I said, I don't like talking about social media and celebs and all that shit. But the whole Kanye thing, the Hell Hitler thing, it's like, when you first brought it to me, I was offended, because it didn't stem from the Hell Hitler. It was more about the cousin situation. Like on the song where he talked about sucking his cousin's dick.
Yeah.
When you presented it to me, I felt like it was like, oh, well, you vouch for this nigga. Fuck this nigga mean by this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it was to me, and it's like, whoa, I don't vouch for nobody except for me. But I've learned to be able to understand things that people don't understand based upon that person's perspective. So when it comes to the whole Kanye thing, like even with the cousins thing about him giving his cousin head, it's like, I already understood what it does to the world. And you may disagree, but him being this mega superstar and this whole like artist that's captivating music and creativity and clothes and all these things, for him to say that this is what he did as a child, a lot of people don't talk about shit that happens in a lot of families, bro. Like being molested by your family member, or sex being introduced to you by a loved one, and so on and so forth. But when you brought it to me, it was like, oh, bro, you know, Kanye out here sucking dick. Like it was like that, bro. And I was just like, okay, so I feel like you just didn't understand it.
I mean, that was the whole point of me bringing it to you, because I didn't understand it. So that's why I was saying, I mean, like, and you can say vouch or not really speak for it, but if I'm saying you vouch for them, that's me communicating that you understand them better than I do. And so in that, I'm gonna bring it. Hey, that's why you were the first person I called after I heard it. I said, hey, what is he communicating, or what is he trying to say, or what is, you know, because there's always something unsaid when things are said. And then you was like, hey, you might be bringing attention to this, or it might be this. We don't really know, but this is what it could potentially be. And then that was kind of the end of the conversation where I was like, okay. And I took that and I left. And I guess my presentation was me, because I mean, you got to think it wasn't really joking. I was serious, because you got to think, if somebody says, even the song, right? I brought the song to you, the Hell Hitler. Hey, what do you think he mean by this? Because, I mean, if you really look at what's going on right now with Israel and Gaza, you can see what it is. You can see it's one-sided. You can see it's terrorism or all these things, and you can take it there if you want to, but it's, even if you take everything out of it, right? All religion, all rules, all government, and you look at the actions of both sides.
They're injustice, they're criminal.
Exactly.
It's wrong.
Exactly, it's wrong. And you can say, oh, well, morals. You take, you know, even if you take religion away, right? And say, everybody has a moral compass, right? Some people are a little bit less, based on things they've observed in their environment, things they've learned, right? Because the thing is, if a child, right, if you hit your child, what are you teaching them?
Right.
You teaching them, yeah.
You're really teaching them to attack things that they don't understand.
Exactly.
That's really what it is.
Because it's, you know, it's either through frustration or you not understanding, so you just communicate it to them. Because if you don't ever view somebody hitting somebody, or you never hit someone, how would you even know? It's not hereditary. You know, there are other things, eye color, skins, you know, hair, those things are hereditary.
But behavior isn't.
Behavior isn't. It's taught. Everything about you that's learned comes from outside. You have your own kind of code, right? Even me, like when I was growing up, I grew up on, you know, the west side. And I was like, something, you know, just not right about this. I followed suit. I did certain things, and
You did nigga shit. I mean, like, let's go ahead.
You can, yeah.
You did nigga shit. You did black shit.
That was my environment, and so I did things, you know, that I thought or that I saw around me. But then I also, in my own code, I was like, I don't really know about this. I don't like this. And then I got exposed to other things, and I was like, I knew it. You know, it was one of those moments. I knew it was more, because everybody saw music videos and dudes on yachts and all that. I wasn't concerned about that. But then when I went, you know, because I was on like the M2M program when I was going to school, so I went to school on the north side, and I was like, it wasn't even the people, it wasn't even Asians or Indians or, you know, Caucasian or white people.
Click that joint down, slide your mic down a little bit, just so it's not muffled.
Yeah, but it wasn't even, you know, the people, it was the environment. Because you walk outside and it's more trees, so it's more birds, so you can hear birds chirping. Unlike, you know, the city, you don't really hear that when you walk outside in the morning. You hear cars. So it's like the start of your day, you're already getting a kind of negative, or, because I mean, nobody really want to hear cars honking and all that. You wouldn't want that like right behind your house. It's most people who live with train tracks behind their house, and so that's a distraction or whatever it may be. So it's like that, and so in a change of environment, kind of the code I was born with, I kind of blossomed, and I was like, this is it. This is where I want to be, and I'll leave that stuff where it go. Cause I went to Fort Valley. It's a HBCU, and so even there, I kind of stood apart, cause I was just different. I was like, this ain't for me. And even down there, I still did
nigga shit. Black shit.
You know,
nigga shit. Yeah.
And so it's like that. And you know, I was different, and I wanted different, and you know, that's who I became, and that's who I am.
I feel like because you have that, you have had that opportunity to actually be in a different environment. That's what sets you different, and that's why I get stimulated off the conversations that we have, because you can like understand things that I don't understand on like it's kind of based upon the outside environment. Therefore, with me, it's like I insert myself. I am black culture. I am a nigga. You know what I'm saying? No matter how many times I want to like separate from that because of my intelligence, I am a nigga, and that's my image. That's my makeup in which I've already put on myself. That's my armor. But then within, it kind of goes back to understanding both of us. Within, I'm a white man. You know what I'm saying? I like anime. I like reading books. I like fucking meditation.
Oh, that's not white.
But you get what I'm saying? I mean, to our culture of people, because even though we may not participate in black culture things, in that aspect, that's still who we are. That's who we represent when the outside world, outside of black people, melanated people, view us. They still gonna view us as a nigga. It doesn't matter whether you live on the west side or the north side, they're still gonna view you as an angry black man, and this nigga probably listen to his music loud and, you know, he drinks grape soda. So I don't know what the world perceives us as, but no matter what intelligence that we inquire, no matter what vernacular we use, what type of job we have, in some environment, subconsciously, we're still trying to prove that we're not just a nigga, but no matter what we try to project to the world, you still gonna be a nigga. But in the nigga community,
Hey, you not?
Hey, neither one of us are niggas. In a room full of black niggas with dreadheads and bitches twerking, picking money off the floor, let's be real. Hey, we're the weirdos. I'm a weirdo too, bro. I don't like people to talk to me or touch me. I don't either. I'm not. I don't go in a room and speak the loudest. You know what I'm saying?
40%, 15.
Nigga.
No, I'm saying you would be accepted 60% by 60% of the individuals, while I would probably only be accepted by 85.
Wait, what?
In a room, hey, if in a room full of
niggas,
all right, you put 100 of them in there.
85 of them are gonna think that you're what?
85 of them would not accept me at all. 60 of them would accept you.
And that's based upon image.
Yeah,
but you identify with black people more than I do.
That's a fair point. And it's not the identity. My skin is just
melanated.
Brown.
Melanated. We'll go with melanated.
Melanated brown.
It's copper color.
Hey,
you kind of look like this, nigga.
Who is that? I don't even know who that is.
Pramashana Uganda. I just know that's a great book. I can't pronounce the name, but it's a great book. But y'all skin color is the same.
Yeah, it's close. And so the thing is, right, like in that, like like you said, hey, we're weirdos. Cause hey, I was on the phone, right, with one of the dudes I play basketball with. We built computers, and you know, he bought parts from me and everything. Like, we was cool. And he was like, yo, you got any parts? I'm coming back. He was like, yeah, are you back in town? And I was like, yeah. I just got back from California. I went to a K-pop concert, and he was like, that's weird. And I was like, how is that weird? He was like, it's K-pop. And I was like, if the music is good, right? The music is good. It doesn't matter the genre.
And it doesn't matter who's singing it.
It really don't matter who's singing it.
I like Sam Smith.
Sam Smith.
Stay with me.
Hey, you should not even on the religious, but hey, his song "Pray."
Oh, I like that song too.
Hey, it's a tough one, but hey, my guy is gonna be Ed Sheeran. He gets a Castle on the Hill. Ed Sheeran. It's a dope song. But that's the thing, right? Like with that, you go, well, how can I save my people? And to your point, you go, it start with
saving yourself.
Saving yourself.
I mean, I would say that because I mean, if when I acknowledge how you inspire me, it inspires me to want to live in a better community than which I came from. Because if it was up to me, before you inspired me to be this way, I would have settled for being a nigga, living in the nigga community.
Yeah.
Getting lit every day. And then when I look to you, it goes back to the beginning of our conversation, you inspire that. But then I realize now, for me, at least what I noticed, I feel like it's an even exchange.
It's definitely, the exchange will always be even because, we're two adults, right? So at any point, if it becomes uneven, it'll automatically balance itself out. It's just who we are. That's why our handshake is what it is. It doesn't matter who is up or who is down, because at some point, it's like a seesaw. There'll always be balance. It'll be unbalanced. It's just.
That's just the exchange.
That's the exchange. Energy down, energy up. Same with your body. Energy in, energy out. You can eat 2,000 calories of donuts. If you burn, 2,000 calories, it doesn't matter what you eat. Now, are there certain foods that are healthier? Yeah.
And they burn faster.
They burn faster, yeah. Healthy. You eat 2,000 calories of salad. It's gonna burn fast. You're gonna be hungry.
Yeah, you're gonna be hungry in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, and so it's like that. And so that's the thing with us, right? Like the same thing is different energies. Hey, I helped you fix your car. You helped me understand what Kanye West was saying. People might go, oh, that's. But I'm like, no, that's balance for us. Because I was genuinely concerned and intrigued.
I mean, but breaking it down, that's kind of how I perceive the world now with a lot of things. I don't go, what is this situation and how could they say this? It's more, what is this doing overall? Like the Hail Hitler thing. There's a video that I did yesterday, but I broke it down. Like with Hail Hitler, it's not even the hook of the song is catchy and dope. Like I fuck with it, Hail Hitler. Like I fuck with it heavy. But it's more about the verse. The more that I listen to the verse, the more that I resonate with it. Hey, they don't understand what I say on Twitter, right? They don't understand the things I post, right? But at the same time, they don't help me get back my children. Right?
Yeah.
So it's the thing of is like, and then he said, now I'm the villain. So today, cause this has been like a 3-day thing now, y'all niggas laughed at Kanye when he cried about his daughter and having the thought about aborting his child. Y'all laughed at him, y'all ridiculed him as the black culture, as the black community, as the world, as white people, as doctors. All these people laughed at Kanye when he literally got in a low level of empathy and felt the emotion of thinking about aborting his child that he loves. Y'all laughed at him and took advantage of him putting his raw emotion out into the world. And so now he's the villain and it's Hail Hitler.
I mean, I listened to a part of it, and I mean, I don't really follow all that. So the way
you perceive it how the world perceives it though.
Not even the way 90%. But the way I get information, I go on World Star Hip Hop. That's the only way I'll know.
You go to the nigga community to watch the
because
okay.
I barely listen to the radio.
Okay.
I don't have cable. All I got is the internet. And if I'm on YouTube, I'm looking at video games. Even like none of that stuff is in my feed. None of that stuff is in my home.
In your planet, your orbit.
Hey, in my matrix, my universe, or whatever.
Let's do it.
So my domain is none of that. None of that stuff is in there. So if I want to know about it, that's where I go. And the crazy thing, right? I'm not taking control, but I'm just jumped there. Is I go on there, and that stuff makes me pray, because I go, like I said, what can I do? I'm not gonna really go feed the homeless. I'm busy. I'll vote for the person who benefits people less fortunate than me. That's why I go out and vote. I don't have to vote for myself. I'm good. Hey, God got me. So I'm not voting for myself. I'm voting for those who are less fortunate, who will benefit more. And so it's like, for me, that's the Christian thing to do, right? Like I'm not going out there and I'm saying, hey, go follow Jesus. I'm just living my life the best I can. According
to what you think Jesus would do.
Yeah, that's really it. That's my idea. And so by doing that, I can see Christianity in the world, and then I can see Christianity in the world.
The religion.
Yeah,
because there's a difference.
Well, it's so many levels to it, right? Because you got to think, right? You got one governor who signed free lunch all through K through 12. Then you got another governor who get rid of what is it that you need for the kid to work? They have to be in school.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you talking about the little form?
Yeah, the form.
Yeah,
it's mandatory that they go to school. And so the other governor got rid of that. And you look at the picture, the dude is being hugged by the kids and they cheering. The other picture, the kids are like. So you go, well, to a Christian, right? Mm-hmm. Which one would you choose?
I feel like that's too worldly. I just feel like that. Like when I look at that, I feel like that's meant to control you. I like, because it plays on your emotional state as a Christian. Because when you look at this, you say, well, Jesus is gonna lean with the kids who need lunch, this and that. I mean, who wouldn't? What truly good person would? Mm-hmm. But then I look at it and I say, well, there's a catch with both. That's just how I perceive it. Fair. Sure, like because I thought red and blue. What color is my hat today? It's blue. Right? Mm-hmm. So when I seen that, I seen red pill versus blue pill. And when I sat there and thought about the red pill, it made me think about Donald Trump. The thing about it is, I rather people tell me directly that they hate me than to pretend that they like me. Because let's be real, that free school lunch that you're giving them out, it's not beneficial to their health. Bread, peanut butter, milk, all these things that they're giving is not even the best quality of food. If you were giving them fruits and vegetables and that was like maintaining them, then cool, then free lunch, sure, let's do it. But the lunch that you're giving them, and chances are if you're in a poverty-stricken environment, you're sending this kid to take this free lunch, which is only making them become dumber, slower, is bad for their health, this and that. By the time they become that adult, they have all these problems, but their parents got free lunch. They're more likely to eat bad food, non-nutritional food. So like that's where my mind goes with it. But the thing about it is, this nigga's already telling us straight up, hey, well, we just want your kids to be slaves just like you.
Yeah.
And that's how I perceive it, because I know that they're both lying to me. I know both of them truthfully. If you really break it down and you like just go in depth to learn who these people are, they don't give a fuck about me in a sense of positivity.
Like you personally?
Not even just that, but just like us people. Like these people will never know what it's like to be like us. They'll never know, truthfully, there are some, right? But they got projected into a place of success, right? So therefore, they never lived like, let's say a basketball player. Let's say Shaq, right?
Yeah.
He's never been a poverty-stricken environment adult. Right?
Fair.
So therefore, he does not know what it's like to be a black man on child support. In that aspect, maybe as a successful black man who could
I don't know about his kids now, but he might be.
But just hear me out. When I'm looking at this,
yeah,
they're both wrong. So why would I participate in that? Why would I participate in you guys tricking people, thinking that you're for them? Right, which I'm not lying about the food shit. It's facts, right? Then this guy, he's just saying I hate you. Why would I participate in that emotionally, energetically, physically? Why would I even become a part of it when I know that all it's gonna do is just compromise my spiritual essence and what I need to do for the world? Because then there's that cloud over my head where I'm like, oh fuck, bro, Donald Trump's in office, bro. We gotta watch out for the. Now I have this gray cloud above my head, but if I didn't participate in it, I don't give a fuck. Because now I can operate in the world and realize they hate me regardless. So I'm not gonna participate in it. I'm not gonna think about it. But bro, I barely even watch sports now because I know it's an energetic siphoning of my emotional state. So therefore, I'm not gonna participate in it. And when I see that, I get it because the Christian in you says, all right, let me do what's right because this is gonna help the people. May not be me because I already helped myself, but the people who can't help themselves, maybe this. But then I sit here and say, that don't really help nobody. From an over top view of it, because I used to get free lunch and I ate unhealthy as fuck my entire life.
So then now I understand your point to it, because I have researched it, and it starts with the home, right? Because that's who do you learn from before your parents? You know,
nobody.
And so even let's keep it at the poverty level. Even if you own food stamps, right? If your parents aren't buying the appropriate,
what you think most people on food stamps are buying? Though?
I get that.
Debbie cakes.
Hey, I get that. I'm just
the expensive cereal with the color in it.
Hey, I get all that. I'm saying, but I have looked at school lunch. There are fruits, vegetables. I just was in a school.
In your kid's school. Remember that. Remember that.
So I can only speak from once again, I went into the schools. I see fruits. I see vegetables. I see it might not got salt on it. It might not taste the best, but it is available. So it's not a counter, it's more of a response. Yeah, when something is signed to benefit, yeah, there is always, a way where you can choose to not benefit. Because as a matter of fact, let's say they gave everybody food stamps, right? Everybody, and you no longer had to pay for food. The only downside is your choice.
That goes back to the programming as a child, though.
Yeah.
The only reason why my choices is because of me as a child. Think about my kids. The things that my kids like are only based upon what I gave them. MJ only eats French fries and fruit and snacks.
Yeah.
Right? But that's based upon when we were driving an hour to drop Lydia off at work. Instead of her getting hash browns for breakfast, she would get French fries.
Yeah.
Because she didn't eat the hash browns, and now I'm better off going to war or trying to create a time machine before I introduce something new to her. And the thing about it is that programming as a child is what we feed our children. You give everybody food stamps,
It's based on the parents.
Hey, niggas gonna feed. It's quick. I mean, that's the difference between my household and your household, y'all. No offense, not disrespectfully, but a lot of food that you eat is pre-packaged, pre-created. A lot of the food that I make my children is more like, all right, let me cook this for you and this and that. There are unhealthy choices within it, but at the same time, you give people food stamps and they're gonna take what you feeding your kids and do it 10 times worse.
That's based off of
our perspectives.
Your perspective
of course.
You saying if I cook, I don't cook.
It's
not. So that's not true. I'm not the cook in my house.
Okay.
And so, you know, it's. But once again, it's based off of my mom, the biggest influence of them all. Because I remember, my mom was like, hey. She was trying to learn who I was as a kid. She was trying to see, so she provided things, options, right? Multiple things, and I gravitated to peas. So you know what my mom did? And she fed me peas.
Bought you more peas.
Hey, bought more peas. Hey, he likes peas. Hey, do he like salad? We'll try it again. We'll introduce it again. Oh no, he still said no.
Put the pea on the salad.
Hey, you try it all, right? Hey, peas with carrots. Oh, he gravitated to that. All right, carrots by itself. You know, nope. Back. So it's like my thought process or my theory is when it comes to children, you got to learn who they. It's not about who I am. It's about who they are, because everything is taught, but there is a small code implanted on every person that makes them an individual.
I thought you were gonna say to make them want to do better, but yes.
No, it's you know,
the individual.
Everybody's their own, and so it's like that, you know, because you can even in a poverty-stricken environment, it's still always your choice. And so, because one thing I can say, I've never jumped anybody. Never. All my fights, it was either one-on-one, or if there were multiple opponents, but it was never. I never entered a fight that wasn't even, or if the person who I know, if they outnumbered, I'm jumping in. But if it's one-on-one, man up. When you go down, I'll stop it. And because that's my thing. I've never kicked anybody. I've never kicked anybody in the face.
I mean, you 6'5", bro.
That does change things, right? But at the same time, because we had different perspectives based on height. But that doesn't change. That's my core.
Yeah, your programming.
Hey, that's who I am. Hey,
your individual program.
Yeah, I'll never kick some. Hey, even if they did the worst, I'm not stumping you. Hey, you gonna have to stand up and man up. If I knock you out and I want to kill you, hey, I'm not calling the cops. I'm gonna sit there. You gonna wake up and we gonna go again. Hey, I'll kill you on your feet before I kill you on the ground. Cause I was born a man. That was never. My parents never taught me about fighting. My environment never taught me about. That's just me.
So you had to learn for yourself.
It was encoded.
But you had to learn that about yourself. Like, in a sense, although it's encoded, you had to learn that that's who you are.
Yeah, well, you definitely have to learn yourself in all things, and it's through different things, right? It's just kind of walking through life. You learn who you are, because you don't know what you'll do in every situation. Yo, my mom, oh, don't hit a girl, right? So in my head, I said, oh, I don't hit girls, but I remember in elementary school, hey, the girl threw a ruler at me. And I, darted, look, bam, darted it right back.
How did it make you feel?
It wasn't even a feeling. It was energy. Hey, you gave me energy I didn't want. Have it back. Now how that energy affects you is different from how it affects me.
That's facts.
Yeah, hey, if my energy's high, you could send whatever you want. Or you can say defense. You know, my defense is high. It's not a pain tolerance. A lot of things don't really affect me. So, you know, hey, bam, hit it between the eyes. She cried. I got in trouble. And it wasn't even because, right? It was, boy versus girl.
It was just you threw a ruler, so I threw it back.
You threw a ruler, so I threw it back, but I had precision. I played baseball. It was what it was. And they asked me, and another thing I learned in that situation, hey, silence is key. Because they said, oh, did you do it? I said, yeah, I did it. Still got sent to the principal. Right? Hey, still got
the truth shall set you free.
The truth will never set you free. Hey, because if you really want to think about it, hey, I done beat some stuff, and I lied through it all. There's not a greater brain than mine, to me when it comes to it. Hey, because that's why, you remember you said earlier, you said, hey, you are quicker to, I think, either make decisions or process things.
Oh yeah, process things.
Well, I'm processing. When I go, it's a, kind of a.
Yeah, you process like a deeper version of it, and then you bring it back. Therefore, with me, I'm like, all right, well, this is what I understand it as. So therefore, that's what I'm gonna connect with. That's the answer I'm gonna go with. Yeah, you on the other hand, you're just. It's like a chart. One go down, make two go down, make two. So it's like I got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, different outcomes or answers. So some things, I can be quick, but other things, I just take my time. Is that because you want the best outcome?
Well, in all things, you want the best outcome. But for me, it's my mind. It's one of the things that's not. It's frowned upon, but for me, I consider it in a sort of a superpower, right? Having like ADHD, they go, oh, he can't sit still. Or matter of fact, the time you came over to my house, because I was like, yo, help me with my house.
Hey, I didn't like it.
But you sat there, we just talked, and I did 10 things.
But we had the same conversation. You just were jumping from one room to another room. You started painting here. Yeah. Boom, did that. Then you went to the living room, hammered the joint on the door. Then you went downstairs, tightened the screw. Yeah. And then you cooked. Yeah. And then while you were cooking, in the middle of cooking, you went over here to paint again. And I was just like, nah.
But and that's the thing. Most people will sit, and it's you have, or there is the program, the school,
the matrix.
Hey,
let's do it.
Sit down, make sure you raise your hand, like that.
Do one thing at a time.
Right.
Do this.
And I never got in trouble for being, hypervigilant or hyperactive, but my mind is always going in process, and so I have all these different outcomes with every single situation, and so it's just things are processed differently. And so going all the way back to the beginning, there now that you have become more spiritual and logical and educated in yourself, because you've grown to know yourself, and I'm watching you now. Yeah, we can communicate, better.
I think we both at some point had to learn ourselves more, though.
Yeah, I mean, I took psychology classes, and so with that, hey, I got to know who I was, and I recommend it to anybody.
The world?
Hey, everybody. Hey, beginner psychology. Because you can say what you want. You can say you're in wherever you want, but it's like you still have a flesh, and you have to understand that over overstanding anything else, in your words. So it's like that, because if you don't know how you gonna respond, how can you ever control a situation?
True. I mean, at that point, you have to think about all the responses that you've made in the past and how those things turned out, and which then think about, all right, well, this is the response that is best based upon my past.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna answer this response. I mean, that's a great way to rewrite, like, in a sense, break generational curses, because because you realize, okay, when you did this based upon this person's reaction, I mean, because like you just think about your parents. Your parents taught you how to react.
Because I said so.
Based upon their reaction, but then you also had to learn your reaction too. Okay, well, what did I say? Okay, this is how they respond. But then you had to address and observe how they responded to their own situations too. I mean, that kind of is where I understand the do's and don'ts based upon my own personal programming when it comes to my own children. Okay, well, if I do this, then me and my kid won't have this much of a relationship. If I do this, then my kid is gonna fear me. So a lot of people, they frown upon the freedom of speech that I have for my kids. Dad, you're a loser. Yeah. Or my daughter singing, bitch. People frown upon these things because I've heard the world's responses with their own kids when they react. But I sit here and understand that it's an energy in which they're using. So if my son says I'm a loser, well, that's because he lost. He's the one who lost. He lost this game of Uno, and he's calling me the loser, and that's his emotion. He's really saying he's the loser because he lost. You're a loser, right? But you're calling me the loser, and I want him to be able to do that.
But that's because
I wasn't able to.
Not even. You know who your son is, so you understand what he's communicating, because if you put another adult at that table and your son calls that adult the loser, they would take offense. They would get frustrated. They might even respond aggressively, where you know what's going on because you have taken time to learn who your son is.
I want him to be able to understand that, because that's one thing that I've struggled with, and I still struggle with, is like understanding my emotion, having emotional intelligence, and then how I give that to the world. Because a lot of times, and this goes back to the Kanye thing, a lot of times when I do give my raw emotion to the world, there's a correction program that comes across my head and says, hey, no, you need to say it like this. You need to say it like this. Hey, you're doing too much. Hey, you said bitch and fuck, and the moment that you answer this to the world, then they act like they don't understand you, and you're just being an angry black man, right? And because that program has been placed upon me my entire life, my mom, my dad, the world, jobs, so on and so forth, shit, right now, I just past relationships, that's how it became, and that became like destructive for me. Because what I realize is I don't address the emotion. And then when I give it to you,
Yeah.
Well, fuck, bitch, you ain't listen to me. Like, what the fuck? Da, da, da. I'm doing this and I want to die. Like, all these emotions.
Yeah.
Well, that's because I never got the chance to actually explain my emotion with you. So therefore, instead of my son being pushed to that state based upon my trauma, right?
Right.
To that state, because I've already lived that, I have to say, well, if you gonna have this emotion, this raw emotion, this has to be the place in which you can let it out.
Because, I mean, what better place than, you know, home?
You're protected here.
Yeah, for sure. It's you know, there actually may be people who would protect your son, you know, better than you, but you don't know who those people are, and you don't know, you know, where those people are, and so, you know, you can say I would, you know, give my life, you know, for my kids or my wife, but it's like at the same time, you know, would you live for them? Would you, would you go in there and sit, you know, for whatever time you got left, because you did what you had to do as a father, you know, and it's not in an emotional state. It's not where you calculate it. You just go, hey, this. You can kind of look at yourself and say, it's unfortunate that I have to do this. My family may, you know, miss my presence, but this was gonna have to be done in this situation. Or do you look at it and say, well, I have to let it go because I can do better with them than away from them? Because a lot, and it's going back to the culture, he killed my cousin, so I gotta kill his brother now. But everybody dead. You know, who let stuff go? It's
hard to let stuff. I mean, bro, ain't nobody about to talk disrespectfully to my wife.
Hey, no, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying? But then that's the thing. Like, I feel like you have to be aligned with yourself so much in order to let stuff like that go, because
you gotta weigh it. You know,
it's hard though, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, because if somebody, let's say somebody called my wife a bitch, hey, yo, that bitch, she fuck that bitch, right? And I ain't, boom, blow his brains out, right? God, it's so beautiful. And I let that go. Hey, man, or you're right, man. Don't call. Hey, babe, you're in the wrong. This guy's right. Like, let's go, man.
That's two different.
That's a bitch, right? For sure.
Yeah.
Or, hey, bro, don't talk to my.
Two different extremes.
Don't talk to my wife like that.
Yeah.
And then we leave.
Yeah. I feel like that one.
That's a coward.
I feel like that one is bigger than.
That's a coward to me.
I don't think so.
That's a coward, because then that creates some type of thought in my wife's mind that she didn't see the extreme nigga that she truly wants to see. So I think that women want to see their man in an extreme manner. I think that it gets a certain type of connection, because protection is not based upon how articulate you do or you address the situation, the battle, right? It's about who creates the biggest explosion, right? Let's think about it. When you look at a war, you have the biggest explosion, right? It creates propaganda, and then everybody's like, yo, like, let's not vacation there, or like, let's not, right? So in my mind, and that could be my worldly programming, right. In my mind, if I don't go extreme, then there may be a thought in my wife's brain like, yo, he didn't go extreme for me. Yeah.
Well, that goes back to your environment and your culture, because I feel that's a cultural thing. Because let's take two of the two richest people in the world. Hey, if Elon told Jeff Bezos, hey, your wife a bitch, he's not gonna shoot him. If somebody called my wife a bitch, I'm be like, hey, you know, bro, don't do that. Because,
that's it?
Nah, I mean.
Hey, that couldn't be me.
That couldn't be you, but hey, we two different people. Because see, you feel like you addressing it.
Hey, I got to.
Is the most, and me just saying, hey, that's more extreme than shooting somebody.
What you gonna do about it?
Hey, what you want to do about it?
Hey, this is what I want to do about it.
Okay, well then, in that moment, yeah.
He beat you to this.
Hey, but I'm good. I'm good in all situations.
So what do you do here?
I mean, if we shooting, we're shooting.
So, but you're already here though. He's already here.
Hey, but is he a better shot than me?
You have to go for yours.
Is he a better shot than me?
Okay.
Hey, and we can really say, if you really want to break it down, right? Everybody go, oh, I'm a shooter, I'm a stepper. They not trained. And they don't know how to shoot no rifle. They can't get nobody and they don't even hear them. Hey, but I can. Hey, you wouldn't even know. Hey, you wake up, God. Hey, and he like, hey, you wouldn't even know if I wanted to. Hey, but that's the thing, right? You know, it's I speak louder than any gun, and if it come down to it, yeah, we can go there. But the thing is, hey, my wife tell me in every situation, hey, I want you at home. So if it's like, hey, you know, hey, go. Hey, my wife gonna go, but you know what she gonna tell me?
Hey, I want you to be at the house tonight.
Hey, and we'll take it wherever we take it.
I respect it.
But you know, if I gotta knock somebody out, I gotta knock them out. But the thing is, hey, if I shoot them, my skin brown.
Yeah, hey, you cooked anyways.
Hey,
regardless, you cooked anyways.
Even if they got video and he pull out the gun first, that's the only way I'm winning. But I'm still getting arrested.
Yeah, you still gonna go on trial. It ain't gonna be like, hey, we looked at the video.
The video is the only thing that'll save me. Hey,
even then, you still they still gonna have to do the whole. It's not gonna be like, all right, yo, we looked at. Hey, okay, sure, but hey, yo, we looked at the video, bro. You good to go, bro? You good? We went across the street.
The typical person of color, yeah, but not me.
Okay.
And am I saying I'm different? No, I'm just saying I'm Antoine.
I mean, I get it. I feel like I can admire that. I can be inspired by that. But I feel like culture of women and men, even though, yeah, we say our culture, mm-hmm. and you could bring up the millionaire situation, I still feel culturally as men and women, mm-hmm. women, especially women now, mm-hmm. they want to feel protected.
No, for sure. You have to.
I mean, that's the reason why they have security. I mean, well, that's why those rich men mm-hmm. have security.
Fair.
Security, bodyguard, security, whatever. That's what makes them feel mm-hmm. powerful. Cause you can't really call Jeff Bezos' wife a bitch and hear you. How you're gonna have to scream it above his 11 bodyguards.
We might be in the same party. But I'm just saying, I get what you're saying. Those are two different worlds, two different cultures, two different demographics. You know.
But as men and women, your woman still wants to feel protected.
Not for real, because if my woman is walking and we're apart and she's walking, somebody in between tries to talk to her, hey, she with me. And then, you could go two ways with that, right? Oh, I was just asking where the bread was.
Or you can just do that.
Or you could say, hey, I don't care. You know, don't be talking to me like that. So it's like in every situation, you can take it how you want. One of the things that we always talk about, you can't tell somebody how offended they are. I could just say, I could say, yo, excuse me, man, move. hey, you can take that as the ultimate disrespect. So it's based on the situation, it's based on the person, it's based on you. If you, right, or if your wife needs for you to shoot somebody for her to feel loved or protected,
then you need another wife.
Hey,
you might need another wife.
Hey, I mean, we seen Key and Peele, the Megan jump, and she look at him and he go, and then he stepped to the dude and he get knocked out.
Yeah.
Hey, and she's still with him.
But that's the thing. In that situation, of him getting knocked out, it's like your woman's always gonna look at you as weak. She don't look at that. She's not gonna acknowledge the fact that you put up the fight. Mm-hmm. Not in that situation.
In that situation,
it's not an honor like you went, Sir Lancelot III, I am here to honor my wife. Mm-hmm. It's not like that. She's not gonna look at it, because the moment you get slapped out or knocked out, and this is our culture, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, this nigga a bitch.
Hey, you know it. But that's my thing. Hey, I'm not gonna fight over no random woman. I wouldn't fight in a certain situation. If my wife is wrong, I'll say, hey, go to the car, and then I'll say, hey, bro, hey, it's all good. I'll tell you it's good, but you know how people are going.
What you mean? Yo, what you mean, nigga, it's good, nigga?
Hey,
what's up?
But then I have to respond. But see, that's that culture. If you can let it go, hey, we good. But if you wanna die, sure. Hey, go for it. Cause once again, hey, I'm 6'5". I don't got nothing to prove. In any situation, what I want to do is what I want to do. I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. I don't have to prove. If my wife is there, I don't have to prove nothing to my wife. I don't have to prove that I'm a man. I was born a man. I don't have to prove I'm your protector. I'm protecting you every day. You protected just because you with me. Now, if you can't see that and you elevate a situation, I now gotta protect you from me, because I'm gonna have a problem with you.
How come every time we go out, you get me knocked out?
After I deal with dude, hey, look, if you ever do that again, hey, we done. I don't need that in my life. I don't, and we can go there. I don't need a ratchet jump. I don't need somebody who's worldly. I don't need somebody who needs everything. I just need somebody who needs me. Or, and it's, you can assign those words to color, or you can assign them to the person. Because I can say ratchet, is Black, brown, Indian, Asian, Hispanic, Mexican, Latin American. Hey, it applies to a certain behavior. I don't need that, And so it's like that for me. Hey, I cut down some trees. Hey, my neighbor threw his hands up. Hey, I ran to the fence. Because deep down, to me, you throw your hands up by your side, you got a problem. I run to the fence. What you want to do? Oh, what? Hey, I just. Do you want to be involved? But hey, if you don't want to be involved, hey, be quiet. And that's that. Hey, come outside the fence. Hey, talk to me on my property. It's a wit to everything, right? Because I understand, hey, he can say whatever he wants on the other side of that fence. But if he step on my land, hey, your mouth, will cost you. It go back to that movie, right? 300. The dude said, oh, you can't do this. I'm a messenger. He said, hey, you here, right? Hey, you brought the message.
Yeah.
Hey, and now you're accountable.
Yeah. Hey, that's
Hey, so it's like that on any situation. Hey, they can say, hey bro walked away after he called him. A real man to say, hey, he addressed it, but he didn't respond. Hey, but it take a real man, and I throw that term real because I can't say a man because we're all born what we are, and so it's like that. If you want to go that route, hey, so be it. But not me. If you now, there's a difference. If you step to me, that's on you. I'm not saying I'm tough. I'm not saying I'm this. I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm not saying I'm the strongest. I'm not saying I'm the weakest. I'm saying I'm Antoine. If you step to Antoine, that's on you.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, because that goes back to everything that I've been talking about lately. Is like, when it comes to what deems a man, it has to be based upon my own belief.